We are very excited for our first trip of the year. We're going to a little site on the Severn. We're just trying to find the turn off the A40 to Chepstow to A-W-R-E. Apologies, but we're not quite sure how you pronounce it. This is a lovely, I think we're technically still in Gloucestershire, aren't we?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. We've left the sunshine behind. With a bit of luck, it'll come back out again at some point. But you can see the River Severn down there. We're just at the tip of the estuary here. The very windy bit from Gloucester. Oh, this is where we need to go left, Gaz.
Okay. Just here on this corner.
Severn Valley Touring. That's it, isn't it?
Where we're going?
That's where we're going. It's not a site we've been to before, so it'll be interesting to see what it's like. Gary will do his campsite tour. Had a lot done to the van over the winter with batteries mostly. I think every battery's been changed.
2 major batteries and the van battery.
Oh, both. 3 batteries.
3 batteries.
With
Now
3 batteries.
A daughter. A van battery.
Yeah.
Because the man from the RAC said the other one was too small.
Yeah. Which explains why we couldn't start the van a few weeks ago. Yeah, it didn't work.
Now this can start a jump bell. We hope. We know it's side of the road.
It's on the left. I think it's about 1.5 miles down.
Oh, right.
Or is it the other side of Orr? I've only just read the instructions, but you know.
Optional.
Yeah, remembering anything that I did more than a couple of minutes ago is proving to be difficult these days.
Got very rural very quickly.
It has, yeah, it's very pretty. It looks like an old farm. We've just been through a lovely little Georgian town, or village actually, with some beautiful houses, but I didn't get the camera out quick enough.
Newnham? No, could have been Newnham.
Yes, Newnham, I think it was. I used to live in this part of the world many years ago. Monmouth's not that far away. I used to go to Monmouth Secondary School as it was then. Many moons ago. Still have friends farming in the area who we see, don't we, when we're in the vicinity?
The daffs are still out here.
The daffs are still out. That's lovely.
That ones have gone.
We're tucked away down here, yeah. Well, we're hoping for some good weather. Oh, there's a kamikaze squirrel. So we can have a bit of a cycle around the Forest of Dean. That's a
Railway.
Yeah. Yes, keep going towards our.
Half a mile, it says.
Yeah, I think it's
Just the other side.
just the other side. I think, yeah. Oh, it's got a little church. I wonder how many churches we've got in this country. Church of England churches. Yeah, there must be thousands of them, isn't there?
Hi everyone, and welcome to this, our first campsite tour of 2023. We finally got ourselves out on the road in a break between all this bad weather we've been having this year, and as you can see now, it's a lovely sunny day. It is a bit blowy, but it's nice just to be out and about. We are at a campsite near the village, tiny little village of Orr, A-W-R-E, which is just by the estuary of the River Severn. In fact, if you go down the road behind me, see there, that's the walk you take down to the river, which we've done, and I'll show you a bit of that. It's a small private campsite, about 19 pitches of varying types. There's grass, hard standing, some with electric, and others which are fully serviced. The site itself is on a working farm. which does mean they do not allow dogs because of the proximity of grazing sheep and other farm animals. But it is a lovely site, beautifully presented, well maintained, and you'll see that when I take you round. In terms of location, the nearest town is Chepstow, which has Chepstow Castle, which we've been round. That's a very impressive castle which was first started around 1067, something like that, and sits on a limestone cliff above the River Wye. And then close by also, about a 25-minute drive, is the Forest of Dean, which is a huge area with lots to do and see. And we went to the cycle centre, which is at Canhope, and you can take various trails from there. And being the old codgers we are, we took the family trail, which is about 50 or so minutes of cycling, all on good laid out tracks, not too much off-road, but a very pleasant ride, and I'll show you some of that as well. So I will take you around the site. I haven't got a map, it's not that big. It's basically a couple of fields of various pitches, and I'll take you round. They've also got 3 shepherd's huts now. One is en suite and the other 2 aren't. Catering for various numbers of people. Nicely positioned in the site, very well maintained, beautifully presented, and immaculately clean like everything else. I will take you round now. The wind is blowing a bit, as you would have heard earlier, so I don't know if I'll be able to do a full commentary. If not, I'll just do some voiceover. Let's come to the gate entrance. This gate is always shut and locked at night, and they give you a key. And then over here on the left is the resident alpaca, a very inquisitive alpaca. Not allowed to feed it, but it always comes up and says hello. Hello there. So the alpaca has this field here. Right, we've just come down the drive. As you can see, nicely tree lined. And just down here on the right are in fact apple trees. They grow their own apples and produce their own apple juice, which you can buy at the facilities block. I'll show you that when we get round there. Past the van, the owner's working on the pitches, and straight ahead of us you can see now the first of the shepherd's huts. It's not en suite. I think this is the newest shepherd's hut, in a nice position on the site. Outside furniture provided, has its own driveway, and then this is the first of the fields. You'll see they take tents, and you'll also see that each pitch is surrounded by hedges. Got a bit to go to be established, but that will make each of the pitches very private. Going past and down to the table tennis table. Balls and bats provided. And this is the next field. The caravans here I think are seasonal pitches. There was nobody around when we were here, but they're all ready to go, and that field had just been mown. Some of the pitches are really generous. This one on the corner here is a single pitch. We'll follow down the drive. On the right are hard standing pitches. We're here on a service pitch, and behind the pitch is a field of sheep and some very bouncy lambs. And these are reared and owned by the site owners. We'll follow down the rest of the drive, hard standing on the right, as I said. The grass pitch is on the left. Another good sized pitch with electric hookup and a light on the post, which they happily turn off if you want to do some dark sky stargazing. There is a grass pitch straight ahead, and then coming down on the right is another of the shepherd's huts. I think this is the ensuite hut. And coming round is the facilities block. I'll show you around these. On the end is the disabled toilet, which is accessed by a key which you get from the owners. Come around the block and here is the gents facilities. We'll go around these and I'll show you what it's like. And you will see how well presented they are. There's 2 toilets, 2 urinals, 2 sinks, and some very spacious showers. You'll also see it's a push button system, but it's not charged for, it's all part of the pitch fee. And as I said earlier, very clean, lovely presentation. Right, we'll just come outside. Now here on the right, I mentioned the apple juice they sell. Here it is. And then down to the laundry room, which is actually their storeroom as well as containing the washing machine. As you can see, £4 to wash, £3 for dryer. And all the stocks inside. Come out and lock up. Here you can see loads of information on the area. There is a lot to do, as I said, and they provide all that information and a good range of maps, from a full ONS map to bike trails and walking trails. Down past ladies' facilities, there's some outside seating, and we'll come round then to this section where you've got general waste and recycling. And then on the left, drinking water, grey waste and chemical toilet disposal. Probably one of the cleanest I've ever seen, in keeping with the rest of the site, how they keep it. Here is the outside washing up. 2 sinks here, and then just a bit further down, some seating. With great views over the fields. We'll come back round. Ahead of us is that field with the caravans. Then we're going to turn right and make our way down. Camping field on the left and the final shepherd's hut here on the right. Again, screened off with hedges, picnic table and all the things you need. And again, beautifully presented. If we walk further on down, we reach the field, and the alpaca has reappeared at this end to come and say hello as well. So that's the end of the tour. I've come to the back of the facilities block just to try and get out of this wind, which Joanne, the owner, says is quite unusual. It's not that windy normally, and certainly not from the direction it's coming at, which means it's really cold. Which is why I'm all togged up with these 2 layers of jumpers. But as you can see, it is a lovely site, very well presented and in a great location for walk straight from the site or just going a little bit further afield. So hope you found that useful, and hope to see you again for another campsite tour very soon. Bye for now. Bye.
hello. I can't see anything. 'Cause my glasses. Without my
You're on
glasses on. Well, hi. We're on our first
trip of 2023.
2023. Come to a lovely part of the country. The weather's not as good as we hoped, but at least it's not raining at the moment. And we're walking from the campsite down to the Severn Estuary here on I think it'd probably be about an hour's small walk.
Yeah, that's what it said on the map.
Yeah. Well, the owner, who's a lovely lady called Joanne, said her son did it and he walks quite fast, so she said it'll probably take you longer than 40 minutes.
We're banking on an hour.
Yeah. And we've just walked through Orr, which we've learnt how to pronounce now, because Joanne's maiden name is Orr.
It's a lovely, quiet.
Yes. We'll show you a picture of Herbert the pig we've just met.
You're making all these names up, aren't you?
Yes, I am, yeah, but I'm glad we were this side of the fence and not the other. He was huge. You could have, it was like a miniature pony.
And we met the alpaca.
And we met Alfred the alpaca. Oh, it could be a she.
Could be.
They always look like she's, even when
They
he's
do,
alpacas.
for the haircuts, I think.
Yeah. And all the lovely little happy sheep and lambs in the field.
Yep. We're in a very rural place, I'd say.
Yeah. It's lovely.
Right, let's go down towards
The Severn.
the River Severn.
We used to live on the River Severn, didn't we?
Yes,
When we lived in Shrewsbury.
Shrewsbury. It's a very wide river, isn't it? Particularly down
It
this
is.
way,
Well, it
because
was
you're going into the...
a working river, wasn't it? There
Yeah.
were lots of boats that used to ferry, because of course you've got Iron Bridge and cradle of the Industrial Revolution, so the Severn was used as a means of transport for all the goods. And then of course you have the locals and the fishermen, didn't they? Used to use the little coracles around
Yes, that's right.
boats.
Because in Shrewsbury, where the old football ground was, the river ran by it. And there was a guy in a coracle collecting the footballs.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, we could see the football matches at Gamer Day,
Yes,
couldn't we, from the car park of where we lived.
but of course that's all gone now.
Yeah, it's all houses now.
It's all
isn't it?
houses.
Yeah.
And I think the football pitch is near Sainsbury's.
Yes, it's out. It's actually by the garden centre.
Yeah, it's on the ring road, isn't it?
What was the guy's name?
Oh, the famous one, Percy Thrower.
Percy Thrower, that's right.
Because the other there's a garden centre that he
Yeah.
started there.
Dad used to know Percy Thrower.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, let's see.
Anyway, that was
That was a
slightly
bit of
gone off.
reminiscing.
Yeah, slightly gone off track there, haven't we?
I think I can see the river.
It's so wide here. I
Huge.
suppose you are. This is the start of the estuary, really, isn't it? So
Yeah.
I think we have to go. What is this called? White something.
There was Wood End
White
Cottage
Court.
on the right. Yeah,
Right.
would that be
so
right? Should we go?
There's a footpath off to the right here,
Oh yes,
and then we go
over the
straight
field.
on. Yeah,
That goes. Yep.
and we go straight onto the river and then turn left only here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it doesn't go to the right. If you want to go along the river to the right, I think you have to follow
You have
that.
to go that one.
Yeah.
Follow you.
Right, that's it.
This is the Severn Way.
It is indeed.
You can tell it's tidal.
Yes, I guess it's got this, like, is it Blackpool? There's all the mud flats in
I
Lancashire.
think it
It's
would
quite,
be. Yeah. It's a-
quite dangerous, isn't it?
That sun's trying to come out.
It is.
I wish it tried a bit harder.
There's a bit of blue up there, isn't
Yeah,
there?
you can see it coming through. You might get a couple of days of sunshine. Get out on the bikes.
Yeah.
It's not that cold. We've come out dressed for winter.
Yeah.
No, it's a bit odd.
I think it's just along this edge here.
Okay.
I think.
Look promising?
Yeah.
It's a proper gate, so
There's a footpath that says just go to the right.
okay.
1, 2, 3 fields now, I think. Fast flowing, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's not. I don't know which way they're going in or coming out.
I wonder if it does ever flood here, look, because all this is built up, look, and
Yeah, to protect it. Right, reached the end of that section. And this is where you
all these little,
can turn
if
left.
they were jetties or fences.
That looks like
Before this was here.
that looks more like a jetty because there's pairs of wooden posts. Could have gone out into the water. It's always difficult to work it out when you haven't got the water going on.
There's something here as well.
Yep.
Follow
Yeah, there was a left
the path.
marker. Go on, go down that hill.
Right.
I'll catch you up.
Oh, it's very slippery.
You okay? We need steps. This will test the stabilisation on this camera. Gosh,
Climbing's not absolutely.
nothing is. My knees, my feet.
Everything's dropping off. Go past the first footpath, although you can take that one if you want, it's a shortcut. And go to the end and go left. We've not
Okay.
gone out of sight of the village really, have we?
No? Only had a few hiccups today. The door on the van, driver's door, doesn't open anymore,
No.
so we'll have to get that fixed.
Yeah.
I think it's some sort of cable that has been playing up, and I think it's finally given up the ghost. We thought we'd finished spending money on the van after the batteries.
It's been an expensive few months, hasn't
So
it?
then I can't find the spout for the water carrier to fill up the tank, so we're using a bit of cut off water bottle.
Yeah.
You get about 2/3 on your feet and 1/3 in the tank. It's a slow process. Luckily the tank's not that big.
Well, service pitch means that you don't have to go that far.
No. Now this is wet.
It is wet, this, isn't it?
Right.
I think we've got to go down. I'll just check the
Okay. We'll navigate the mud.
navigate the mud. Go down this way. Go down this way. It's quite hard, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's the ruts from the tyres. God, it's like a mountain goat here. That was a squelch.
Oh, you can go and join the road down here.
Trivia. I suppose it might be easier on the road, right?
Let's have a
When
look.
you say a road,
now. So you can go across there, across the fields,
Yeah.
up towards the church, or straight down here and just join the track
Let's do that.
later on.
I'll be
Have to climb
slightly less
over the
soggy.
fence.
Whoa.
It's a very bent fence.
Come on, you can do it. Yes, I think it's had a few things go in it. You alright, or do you want a hand?
Oh, it's a long time since I've had to do this.
Well done. Lies is a live thing.
Oh dear.
Just see how much rain we've had. Hopefully we'll get some sunshine. Right, let's leap over here. Yuck. You know my idea that this would be easier?
Sorry?
You know I said the road would be easier?
Yeah.
I'm not so sure. So what towns are nearby?
We've got Chepstow and the wonderful castle there.
Yeah.
Monmouth, and that's a lovely town to walk around. Lots of history in Monmouth. Ross on Wye. Ross is lovely. Well, they're all lovely. And then of course you've got Gloucester.
Yeah.
And then if you go further around to the southwest, you've got Cardiff, Newport, Cardiff, Swansea, the Gower, and then Pembrokeshire and on. That's a bit further on, man. That's quite a way.
But a lot quite close by.
Yeah, it's a good place to come actually and explore.
And we've got the
Because you've
bikes,
got
so we can
We're going around the forest
Forest of Dean. We hope
probably
sometime.
tomorrow. It's going to be a nice day. There's lots of cycle trails and what have you there, aren't there? Family ones and
Yep.
adventurous ones. And, well, that'll be interesting. I think we've got a little steam railway line as well. If you're into that, that'll be quite fun. Because there's a lot of mining, wasn't there, around here? Is it mining? Or steam?
It might be.
What's that? Might be a bit better. Where did we go? Simonjat.
Oh yeah.
It's all very pretty. And then you've got the Abbey, where we first went when we tried out camper vanning with the hire
yes.
van from Camper King. Oh, I should remember that, but I can't.
A picture of us sitting
Yeah.
in the hire van. Why?
Yeah,
Ooh,
the red van, wasn't it?
it was. Right, nearly back at the village, I see. The church is
Yes,
here.
the church is just here. Looks rather cute.
It does.
I think it's an early one, isn't it? I don't know whether it's Saxon, but it's probably Norman. Good old Norm.
Square tower.
Yeah. Saxon normally quite small, aren't they? And then made out of stone. And just so is this.
Having some
You've got a
repairs
bit of
done.
they changed the windows, didn't they?
Oh.
Certain periods.
Right.
Oh, it's so lovely, isn't it?
Very peaceful, isn't it?
Yeah.